Lake Conjola and neighbouring Conjola Park were among the worst hit villages when bushfires tore through the south coast on New Year's Eve. Dozens of homes were destroyed in the popular tourist area. 2 weeks on, and the community spirit of locals is being buoyed by state and federal aid in the effort to rebuild.
Today, exactly what Lake Conjola locals want to see. People enjoying the lake that makes the region famous. In an area that's home to just 600 permanent residents, the loss of 89 homes was a devastating blow.
The community did a tremendous effort to help each other, made sure everybody was fed, made sure things were happening, they had water, etc., because there was no communications. They didn't know what was happening out here. They didn't even know, they had word about what happened up the top, but they didn't know what was happening in the outside world.
Now things are turning around. Power and communication are back on, government services are here to provide assistance, and the Army Reserves are distributing aid.
They've been allowed to bring in huge amounts of donations, so there's huge amounts of food, bedding, clothing, etc. In the hall.
Businessman Peter Dunn has been coordinating local, state and government efforts. He says the system is working to get all kinds of help to people in need.
We have a couple of really good mental health practitioners here, and New South Wales Health mental health teams have hooked into them, and that way they get the local knowledge. Local people usually make the first point of contact with when we hear that someone's doing it tough.
Daryl Stewart has owned the local store for 47 years.
It's slowly picking up. We're getting a few more people, a few more tradesmen coming in the area. They're allowed to come into the highway to work, so yeah, we move on.
Despite the billions being poured into rebuilding efforts across the nation, locals here in Conjola aren't expecting their area to return to anything like its former self for many summers to come.
This is going to go for several years yet. It's going to cost a lot more than people think, and it will require a lot of innovative thinking.
Today, a special visitor, Governor-General David Hurley, who personally thanked volunteers and paid respect to those who lost all. Any messages you've got for this community?
Stick together. There's the sort of strength in bonding together, and I think we've rediscovered a bit of what being neighbours and community and living in the same street means. Look out for each other.
Good advice for all communities working to rebuild after the bushfire crisis. Jessica Clifford, ABC News, Lake Conjola.